Welcome, guys, to Property Pal, your property management dashboard by Freeworld Solutions. Now, this is for landlords, real estate managers, and property managers, managing one or more properties. So, let's get into it. We have the dashboard, main dashboard, where see the number of properties, the total units, occupancy rate, number of tenants that are currently in, your total rent collected, arrears and all that, overdue payments and pending payments as well, you know. And then we have the properties section where you can, either edit and manage properties or add new properties, So while adding a property, the property can either be residential or commercial property. You can add photos to show what it's like, address, amenities, the rules for the properties. You can add units and you can add your account details for the customers to pay to. So there are two types of properties, commercial and residential. So this is the commercial property. For commercial properties, you can easily create a booking for it. So you don't necessarily need to start sending the full pictures to your customers. All you need to do is copy the link for a particular unit. For instance, the photo studio, movie theater, you copy the link and then you send it to the customer to make the booking by himself. So he's going to choose the date which he wants to book, put his name and email, and then make payment. Your account details is showing there. After the payment is made, you will upload the receipt which you would approve by yourself. You will then approve the payment by yourself right here in the booking session. This is awaiting payment. After payment is made, you approve the payment, and then when the person checks in, it will automatically change here to check in. So not to waste much of our time, there will be a free trial given so you can test the workflow by yourself. So this is the booking session for the commercial properties, right? You can easily see each unit or for your commercial properties, which one is checked in, which one is checked out. You can easily delete when maybe one has expired, for instance. Okay, so you can create room for new bookings, and then here we have the units. Now this is where you can add more units for a particular property, either commercial or real estate, either commercial or residential. And you can also edit the units. For instance, you edit the pricing of the units, the billing period, and the status in case it has become vacant or in case it is under maintenance. So here you can also see the tenant occupying the unit, the property which the unit is on, the unit's name or number, pricing and billing period for the units. And then we have the tenant section. For each tenant, now this is mostly for residential properties. You don't necessarily have to start adding each tenant manually. You can easily send an invite link to a tenant for a particular unit in a property, right? So it can only send for vacant units so they can fill up their invite. So for instance, let me just put a test email so we see what it's like at gmail.com. Oh, this unit is occupied already, so it has to be a vacant unit. Let me see which unit is vacant. I think all units are currently occupied. So the tenants, once you send the tenant dashboard, for instance, this is the tenant dashboard right here. So the tenant can easily see his rent, his due dates, his moving dates, and your account details to pay the rent to. So the tenants can easily pay the rent and upload their payment receipts, which would reflect in your payment session for you to mark due. You also have a notification section where you would see, okay, payment has been made. You would also get an email for this, and then you mark payment, mark paid. You can see Senzo Fernandez has been marked paid already, and right in the tenant section is showing he has paid. So this is a very smooth and easy workflow. Tenants can also submit a maintenance request, upload a photo as well, so you can see the issue better. Tenants can also see your announcement made in the communication section. So right here, you can make a new announcement that can also be sent to the emails of the recipients. You can see it here, specific property, specific tenants. So you can send to all the tenants or all the customers in a property, or you can send to a specific tenant or all tenants right here. So these are the announcements made, and this person has seen it because it's in his property here. So moving on, I think we've covered the tenant section. We can see the details of the tenants. The payment section, which we also covered. Once a payment is made, either for a commercial property or for a residential property, you can see the status here and you can mark payments. You can also manage your bookings, which we've covered already. You see the dates which the booking was made, you see the amounts paid and all that. You can also manage the status as well. The booking page, okay, we've covered that as well, where the customer can easily check in after payment has been made and check out. Let me quickly test the workflow if a little time will allow. 2020, 26 to 12, 2027. This is like a full year. Let me just make it a day. So yeah, let's just say John at gmail.com. Phone number is optional. So John at gmail.com. Once the person creates the booking, the person will need to authenticate it. So right now the person hasn't paid. After he clicks make payments, you'll be able to approve the payments and all. Right? Waiting for approval. So right in our notification section, under bookings, we see payments made. We can review it and say, okay, we have confirmed the payments in our account. Confirm. After it has been confirmed, the customer can then check in. Once he has checked in, the unit will automatically be occupied. So, unit movie theater has been occupied. The customer has checked in. This movie theater can no longer be booked. As you can see right here, you cannot copy the link to send to another customer until the person has checked out. Right? We can only copy available units. So let's say it's the next day, the person checks out. Right here, it will show that, okay, he has checked out. So the units can now be sent to somebody else. So here we have the maintenance, where we can manage and see all maintenance requests, see the images as well of tenants. We can assign a role. For instance, I have my plumber here. Assign a role and we'll notify the plumber both by mail and text message. This is the plumber. You can also add more workers here, add the number so you can easily call. Then we have roles and staff. Now here you can add your manager or somebody who will help you be managing the dashboard. You can grant the person limited access, so maybe just your bookings and your payments, or your bookings and units, stuff like that. And you would have the dashboard with the properties you assign to them And we've also gone through our communication page where you see the announcement, where you make your announcement, you see notifications and alert settings as well. So this is just a very brief cover of the whole thing because we want to make it short and brief. Alright guys, so this is the sign up page. Let's go through the workflow together. All you need to do is input your full name, John Doe here, email for instance, johndoe@gmail.com, and you can then input your password. So we sign up, and then here is the onboarding process. All you need to do is input your name, once again, John Doe. Let's use Acme Properties. Next, your industry, let's say commercial real estate. Your currency, USD, you can choose Naira or whatever you please. And then you just choose your plan. The starter plan is 3 properties, the pro plan is 10 properties, and the agency plan is unlimited properties. In the pro and agency plan, you would also have the ability to add staff members, So this is basically it.